far, man. It's been good so far. I'm from Cali, but
Yep.
I'm out in Florida working right now. Um, I work with a solar panel installation company,
Okay, word.
bringing it
Tight.
like for residents and shit. And we got a contract with the military, bro. So I'm technically working for the military right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we're traveling in Florida. We're supposed to be in Texas. Texas is our next state, supposedly. And then we have Canada, Illinois, Cali, and then like two more states already like on go.
Dang,
So
and you doing that right from Florida?
yeah, I'm doing that from Florida, man. I'm doing all this from
Sheesh.
Florida. Yeah, bro. I would have never expected myself to be able to travel and work and see the country and all
Right.
that. So
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
yeah, dude.
Nice.
Well, we are live officially. Again, dude, I want to
You're
say, I want to say thank you, bro, again, man. And I'm humbled by your presence, and I'm thankful for that you're alive. I mean, you're a good spirited person, bro, and I'm happy that you're on the show, bro. So thank you.
appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me. Honestly. Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm humbled to be here.
Dude, and for everybody who's going to watch this who might not know who you are, give them a little quick introduction, dude, and then we'll go from there.
My name is Herb. I am a I'm a multidisciplinary artist. I
Oof.
dance. Uh, I edit videos. So I do graphics. Um, yeah, man. I rap. I do spoken word. I sing. I act. I do it all, man. I do it all. Uh, and currently reside in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm on the north side representing. Originally from Chicago, Illinois. So, yep.
There we go, my man. I here with Minnesota, Midwest, big time, dog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude, you are. Matter of fact, even as I was kind of thumbing through your bio, there was a lot that I did remember hearing before. And we'll get to where this live. I think it was like a live feed you had made way back, dude. But you were talking about how you had graduated from like these performing arts schools, and you went to school, dedicated for this craft of creativity, bro. What was that
Yep.
like?
It was a it was definitely an interesting experience for sure. First and foremost, like coming from where I come from, um, and then entering like an arts space that is a school. Like I ended up learning a lot, and just being around certain types of individuals. So I went to a high school called North High School before I went to this arts high school called Perpich. And before I went there, I was around a lot of people that look like me, around a lot of people that talk a certain way, live their life a certain way. So going to an art school, it completely changed the world, the way that saw the world, because um, most of the people in the school were queer. Um, a lot of them didn't look like me. I think it was probably about black people within the whole, you know what I'm saying, school. So it was interesting. And one of the people was a girl, and then the other, he was a queer guy. And a lot of people mistaken me and him, which was right like super awkward because he had dreads and I had a fade. So I was just like, yo, like how are y'all mixing us together? Like we literally don't look the same. But yeah, I was actually just talking to a friend about my experience there, and I was just telling her how it's sort of I guess it relaxed me in a way to where like um I didn't really have an issue with anyone who was like, you know, queer or gay or whatever. Because when I first went there, there's this one guy who, for every single day I showed up, he really wanted like a hug from me for some reason. I'm just like, nah, dude, like, and I kept just throwing my hand out, like, nah, bro, like you already know what it is. Like, I'm not hugging no dude. Like, what? Um, and I think it just taught me to be comfortable with myself and my sexuality and who I am. you know, and just
Mm-hmm.
like just being confident and knowing like, dog, you know, you straight. Like, just because this person is, you know, different doesn't mean that like if you interact with them that it makes you that. Because I used to get dogged a lot for dancing in high school, like around the jerking days when motherfuckers was wearing skinny jeans and all that. Like we was really getting it in. And people always thought like, you know, I was gay because I had on skinny jeans and I was dancing and I was always in a studio, which is wild to me because it's like, yo, I'm dancing, but I'm dancing with this girl right here.
Yep.
Like we grinding together. You feel me? Like we doing stuff together. You playing basketball and getting in showers with a bunch of dudes. I'm over here dancing with a lady. Like,
Yep.
um,
Yep.
never could understand it. And I was doing ballet classes and stuff like that. So people were just, you know, kind of looking at me side eyeing. But being at that arts high school, it helped me find me and it helped me get comfortable with being me. And then it also taught me a lot about other people and what other people go through, because that was also my first time experiencing and being exposed to like people who are causing harm to themselves or like really dealing with like insane situations. um but yeah, and as far as the art side, um it opened me up to a lot of just a lot of collaborative opportunities. There was
Mm.
projects that the school would do where you had to collaborate with someone arts um from a different arts field, and you both had to collaborate and create this piece. And so I was able to collaborate with someone who did videography. um, and it was just a overall it was just a dope experience. I only went to an arts high school for my senior year, so I was only there for 1 year. But before then, I was going to this arts center called Lundstrum, which is where I learned like theater, musical theater, singing, dancing. I was doing tap dance, ballet, jazz, all that. Um, and that was a really dope experience. But it was also interesting because I went there when they first started building the place. Like they had just moved. So when I auditioned in there, there were no mirrors, there was no floor. It was just like concrete floor and some walls. And I auditioned in front of the people there, and that was pretty dope within itself. And I was I was thankful to be able to take those classes for free. Um, my family didn't really have to worry about the financial part in that situation, so I was just really grateful for that experience for sure. But
Damn, that's a huge blessing, bro. That's
yeah,
huge.
huge. And I was there for like 4 or 5 years. Um, and yeah, didn't have to pay for anything. I mean, every once in a while I had to, you know, do small stuff like clean the mirrors. But I didn't have to do any of that like too often. I think that they saw the potential that I had and just allowed me to focus on my artistry and just growing as an artist, which is really dope. And it ended up paying off for both of us because then they would have um, they would have these galas where people would come, and I'm talking about like people are paying like 5 G's, 10 G's for a table to get in these
Damn.
galas. Yeah, and I will perform at the gala and help them raise money so that they can get more people like me in on a scholarship so that they don't have to, you know what I'm saying, pay for the classes and whatnot. So it ended up working out both ways for both me and, you know, them on the business side because I was I was like one of their main people, you know. I was their rising star. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it opened me up to a lot of opportunities too. I ended up being in a musical called A Chorus Line at one of our major theaters here called the Ordway. And one of my teachers was the choreographer for it. And she had me audition for it, and that was major. So yeah, man, that's been my experiences within the arts high schools and whatnot.
Yeah, dude, especially like just even from that whole beginning, because I think it plays such a huge role. I think as dancers, the more we get cultured, the more that we experience other corners of the world, the more that we're able to put towards our creativity, you know, not
Yeah.
only because, you know, we see more so we can pull from more, but it's like there's also this thing of like, you know, learning choreo. I was just talking this with my buddies, like, you know, the moves is one thing, but what is it supposed to feel like?
Right.
There's
Right.
supposed to be some kind of feeling here, and until you hang out in a group full of people who don't look like you or sound like you or walk like you know, you can't really empathize. You can sympathize with what they go through,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't really empathize with it. You can't really feel what they feel.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
that's why I try to be really careful when I tell people like, "Hey, oh, I feel you. Oh, I feel that," or "Oh, I am like."
Right.
No, I don't. I don't. I've never experienced that, but
Right.
I understand. I understand it hurts, you know. Um,
Facts.
and
Facts.
so, like you're saying, like you know, I remember when I first started dancing in Hollywood, bro, with AOV. Um, that was like the first time I had been in a room with very, very like hood dancers. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was very like studio kind of guys dancing, you know, they weren't like
Right.
street dancers, but then AOV was like all street dancers. And these guys like to battle and we have fights at practice and all this shit. So it was like, oh, this is real life. This is what being
Right.
on a real life company's like. Um, so that it helped me understand, you know, when they say, oh, this is a buck piece, or oh, this is a hard hitting piece, or oh, this is a robotics piece. It's like, oh, because I'm actually learning from somebody who knows popping, or they know
Right.
robotics, or they know certain things, and that's cool, man. It's cool to know that you've actually had that opportunity to dive into like ballet. Dude, I fucking love ballet. I can't do it for shit, but I love it. I
Yeah.
fucking absolutely love it.
Yeah, that shit hard, man. That shit hard. I'm not even gonna hold you. That shit hard. Probably the hardest dance style I've ever done in my life. Takes so much patience because you literally go through an entire year doing the exact same thing. Like imagine learning crump for a full year and the only thing you're going over is balance points and stomps
Yeah,
for an entire year. And
yeah.
every single year you're doing the exact same like drills, the exact same
Mhm,
ones. The amount of
mhm,
patience it takes, but it makes sense because of, you know, all of the different things, you know, like ballet and crump have a lot in common because
mhm.
there's so many small parts of the foundation that you have to learn separately in order to piece them together. And like it's just that, you know, it's just that that buck shit is, you know what I'm saying, that's better. That buck shit is, yeah, that buck shit better.
Matter of fact, how did you get your starting crump, dude?
Um, Crazy. It was at North High School. Um, I actually used to like. I used to dabble in dance a little bit, like when I was in Chicago, like hitting block parties, doing the Harlem Shake, so we could get like a little cash prize or and whatnot. Who got the best heel toe, all that. But when I moved out to Minnesota, my freshman year in high school, there was a guy here named Rob Buckner who I don't want to. He like crumped. He danced, but he also crumped. But his version of crump was like Chris Brown.
Hmm.
So, um, yeah, everybody was like, you know, yeah, man, he the best dancer in the school. Woo woo woo. And so I'm like, oh, word. And he was in my first period class, so I introduced myself to him like, yo, what's up? I'm Herb. I just moved here. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. And he just looked at me. He was like. And I was like, yeah, I heard you dance, bro. You know what I'm saying? I could do a little bit. And I like did a little wave. And he was like, man, but I'll whoop you in the battle though. And I was like, word? And I just like walked away. And I remember being at the crib just in the hallway at our house practicing to Justin Timberlake, My Love. And I was just doing shit. I didn't even know what I was doing at the time. I was just like, all right, this motherfucker said he. I said,
Oh,
oh,
he said
Chris
he
Brown.
wants some.
Yeah, he said he wants some. Okay, all right, let's see. Um, yeah, and then he hit me one day in school after one of his dance classes because we had dance classes there. But instead of taking dance as an elective, I was actually in arts because I paint and stuff too. But he uh he hit me and he's like, yo, we're in a talent show and we're short one dancer. You trying to hop in? You said you dance, right? And I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna kill it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. And my homegirl, she looked at me and she was like, Herb, you can't dance. And I was like, all right, watch. Now, I did the talent show or whatever. People said I killed it. I guarantee you I did not kill it, bro. Like, I know I didn't. Like, being where I am now, like, I know I didn't kill it, bro. I know I was just on that motherfucking stage doing whatever the fuck came to my mind. But yeah, that's how I got my start in it. And then I just started practicing with him more. And then my aunt saw Rise on TV, and then she got me hip on that. She was like, yeah, I see people on the TV doing the same, like they moving how you're moving or whatever. Like they're doing the dance style that you're doing. I was like, oh, word. And so I watched that. And then that's when I really saw Krump. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because Chris Brown, like, that was Chris Brown. Then I saw Rise and I was like, oh, yeah, this that shit right here. Okay. And then that's when I really started practicing shit. That's when I really started going in. And that's how I got my start for sure. Just practicing. We was practicing in the lunchroom all the time. Going to lunchroom, grab our food, boom, boom, boom. Eat real quick, grab the boom box and just practice. That shit used to be tight.
This man said a boom box. Boom box. Damn. And what year would that have been?
That was like 05 to 06. I was a freshman. Yep.
Dope, man. Because I remember the first time I seen you, I think was like it had to be about 2015, 2016-ish.
Yep.
And you were out in LA. You were out in LA dancing.
Yep.
Man, battled Spartan at the 818.
Man, that shit was I got my ass whooped, yo. But I was glad because I never got that experience. Like being from where I'm from, and like not a lot of there used to be a lot of crumpers here. That's what's crazy. There used to be a lot of crumpers here, but then a lot of them turned into rappers, a lot of them went into jerking, and then it wasn't that many active people. So going there, because I only started traveling, I think like 2011, I think. I had never traveled like out of the state other than going to like a leadership camp when I was in high school. When I was in Detroit, I never went anywhere, And so yeah, going to the 818, and that was my first time at the 818 too, I believe. Maybe. If it wasn't, that was my first time. No, as a matter of fact, that was my first time being at the 818. Yep. That was my first time because it was at the park, and then it switched to being over at that Wells Fargo area for the theater and whatnot. But yeah, bro, that battle was just before that battle. I was learning locking from Richie Rich.
Okay.
I was in a valley, and I had just came from learning locking, and it was a little like it was wild because once I left there, I was just like, man, hold on, I'm about to battle Spartan. I'm out here feeling funky right now. Like I just got done learning locking. Let me get buck real quick. I have some old clips of me I pulled over and I just sessioned and like got myself in the, you know what I'm saying, in a buck mood. But yeah, that experience was super dope. It was a learning experience for me. A lot of people, which is crazy because this is how Krump is. Like it bothers me sometimes that culturally we're in this way. Like it's cool or whatever, but like, damn, like niggas just here trying to learn, and everybody want to just, you know what I'm saying? Like break niggas down more. Like, damn, you got smacked. Dang, man, why is he doing this to himself? Why are you battling him? Like, nigga, so I can grow. And now look at me. And now look at me. All of y'all that had something to say, you're not fucking with me right now. Because I decided to fucking battle Spartan when I was nowhere near ready, And it just taught me so much to like, how to pace myself, how to even battle. Because Spartan at that time was at his prime, bro. Of battling. And I remember how the battle came about. He was already in the Krumpers page, like talking about how people are afraid to battle him. And I was like, I'll battle you. Like, nigga, I'm from Minnesota. I'm here. Shit. Yeah, I'll battle you. Like, it's whatever. Got my ass whooped, but so what, man? Like, I feel like sometimes we give people too much shit. Like, I feel like if somebody's talking shit, like if I was in that bitch talking mad shit, like Spartan, I'll whoop you. Like, Spartan, you weak. I'm tight. Da 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 da. Then yeah, niggas should let that person have it. Like, bro, you just got your ass whooped. I don't know why you just did. But when somebody humbly coming into a space, trying to grow in a culture, in a community, you know, with
Mm-hmm.
quotations, in a community, like, I just feel like you shouldn't treat them like that. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't
Yeah.
just automatically be like, damn, you got your ass whooped. Like, nigga, first off, I know that was gonna happen. It was bound. I'm not the tightest nigga out here. So
Yeah.
yeah, that shit was dope though. It's dope to me because I can look back at it and see where I am now and be like, none of you niggas is tight.
Man, because dude, real life, Spartan was. I mean, I still think he's one of the best.
Definitely.
But dude, that era, whatever the fuck he was putting in his Wheaties in the morning, he was
Bro,
different.
hella different. Hella
And
different.
and I was just starting, like I wasn't like really even like dancing like that yet. And I remember leaning over to Dredd. I was like, "Yo, Dredd, who is this guy?" He's like, "Oh yeah, he ain't from around here." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Well, why is he buying the Spartan?" He's like, "Well, he's trying to learn." I was like, "Oh." And bro, I remember I stood back and I had done years of choreo, so I knew
Right.
what it looked like for somebody to kind of like they're kind of getting it. And I was like, he's
Yeah.
not like he's getting it. He ain't kind of getting it. He's getting it. But there's just it made me realize of the different like octaves of crump. Like you have people who are good, then you have people who are really good, and you have people like Spartan who are just in a different atmosphere at all
Yeah.
times.
Yep.
But you were up there, dude, and I was like, dude, he's fucking tight. Like, why isn't anyone hyping this man? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? I mean, because I hype everybody. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like, you know what
Right.
I mean? I'm definitely, I hate that part of, and this is something too I always like to talk about with people, like with Crump. Like, I'm glad for people like you and some of the other people I've had on because I feel like they really do push Crump in a different way, like as far as the community part goes.
Mm-hmm.
You keep it strict, you abide by the rules, you go through the process, but the way that you communicate your expectation and communicate what you desire to see from people is different than oh, you suck, go fucking lab. It's like, hey bro,
Right.
like, like, hey, we don't need that. You can still tell me I'm
Exactly.
whack, but there's a different way to communicate it to me. Hey man, you should practice a little bit more before you take on these kind of
Exactly.
battles.
Yep.
You've had 3 months to prepare, bro. Why didn't you come with more than 2 moves in a fucking half-baked little puzzle that you did mid-battle,
Facts.
Um,
Facts.
or, you see the guys, they're like, oh, I was drunk. It's like, fool, you knew you had a
Yeah.
battle at 10 p.m. Why are you drinking? What you doing? Like, let's think about this shit.
Yeah.
Come
I always
on.
tell people here, like, at least the way I use the term whack, like as far as calling somebody that, I'll never call someone who is inexperienced whack. You know what I mean? I'll just be like, you got more to learn. It's as simple as
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, you're not trash. Something that's trash or whack to me is somebody who thinks they're good and they're being arrogant and they're saying how good they are and they're telling you how good they are and how they're going to whoop you. And then you see what they're actually capable of. And you're like, you're whack. Because it's not just their dance that's like inexperienced. Their mentality is whack. Their mentality is trash. Like, you think your head is way too big and your moves are way too small. What you do is just it's nothing. So like, as far as language goes, I definitely resonate with that because I feel like it's because a lot of people try and, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm upfront. Like, I'm just blunt. Like, yeah, but you could bluntly say like you need more experience. You don't have to, you don't have to tell somebody like you whack. Now, if they be like, man, I'm whack, I'll be like, hey man, you just got a lot more to learn. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you are whack. You know? Like, I'm gonna let them call themselves whack, but I'm not gonna tell them that they whack, like everybody got something to learn. And so It's just like when you're actively thinking about community and building, and you know what I'm saying? Like when you're in that type of mindset, maybe it's because I'm always in that mindset. Like I let that street mentality shit go a long time ago. Like, and started thinking about building. Like once you start thinking about building, your language starts to change and how you like interact with people, especially people who are new and stepping into something, you know? So like
Mm-hmm.
whack is a word that I try and stay away from when somebody new to something. But if you talking all that shit though, you
Mm-hmm.
talking all that shit, yeah, you whack.
You whack.
Weak as
Yes.
fuck.
100%, bro. And I've even told the little homies, back home, dude, they're like, oh, how'd I do? And if I've ever told them they're whack, like, that first round was whack. And they always know it's not because you don't dance good. It's because I know you could do better. I've
Facts.
seen you dance
Facts.
better. Your first round was good. Your second round was whack. What's going on? Why wasn't your second
Right.
round like your first round? Did you get nerves? Did you relax? Did
Right.
you kind of like take the round off a little bit? Because there ain't no rounds off. There ain't no rounds off. Because that second round, they might hit you with a herb fucking spin on his toe for 3 minutes move and go ahead and fuck you up, plan. Like, don't be sleeping on nothing. Nobody at no time. Like,
Yeah,
kill
that's
mentality
facts.
when it comes to battles and shit.
I don't tell my little homies that they're whack. And they say this all the time and they know this. I just don't tell them if they did good.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I just don't say anything. They shoot me footage of a battle, or like if I'm at a battle, they're like, how did I do? And I'm like, just keep working.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the
Me.
other thing, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cause one of the other things too is like, it's different when every single battle, every single session round, you're walking up to somebody and asking, how did I do? Like, I don't really want to talk about it. Like, let's talk about this after a year of you battling and dancing, and then we
Mm-hmm.
could talk about how you did over the year. But like for every single round, it's not practical. Like, just dance. Just dance, Don't I
Yeah.
know I'm your big homie. I know you want to know how you doing, but I'll let you know when you're not doing good.
Yes. There
And
you
you'll know
go.
it because I'll pull you
There
to
you
the
go.
side and be like, yo, let me show you something real quick. That's how you know you're not doing good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to always be like, how am I doing? How am I doing? It's just the wrong mindset. Like you're too focused on trying to be good at that
Mm-hmm.
point instead of just being in a moment. And you know what I'm saying? Being authentic. Now you're trying to find validation from me. And that's one thing that I don't, it doesn't sit well with me too much. Like people always, yo, so what'd you think about my rounds?
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. Go
Why do you?
lab.
Yeah, go lab. I just feel like
Yeah.
if you have to ask somebody, what did you think? You have to go lab.
Yeah. Because
You
you're
know,
not you're not confident.
you're
You're
not
not
confident
confident
in
what you're
it
doing in.
because
Mm-hmm.
instead you posted it be like, yo, I'm killing shit. But instead, you're sending it to somebody and asking them, what do you think? Like,
Mm-hmm.
go lab. That's what I think.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and bro. I mean, I've had the pleasure of coaching kids and stuff, and I always told, like, even after performances, we just got off stage, and it's like, yeah, guys, how'd that feel? You get through all the hunky dory shit. It's like, all right, see you at practice on Monday. Like, no
Right.
day off, bro. Like, you're about to be met with a critique. I'm not going to tell you, oh, this was so fucking phenomenal. I'm going to tell you, oh, stayed right, third piece.
Yep.
Got to work on that little sequence, but you know what? We'll worry about that on Monday.
Right. Facts.
Like you're saying, we'll worry about that. Don't worry about this competition no more, guys. We'll worry about it next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It's a
we'll
moment.
prepare ourselves. Yeah, it's a speck in time. Give yourself. I don't know. I think this is a weird thing too, man. Is like you were saying, like after every battle, people want critiques or they want to post it. They want this weird validation type of shit behind their craft. And it's like, bro, let it air out for a year. Like, don't get so caught up what happens today or even next week.
Yeah.
But if today's lab feels and looks like next year's lab, then we know that there's some kind of issue going on. And
Exactly.
because there's no change. I won't even say improvement because change
Yep.
itself is an improvement.
Right.
So there's just no change. There's no deviation from what you're doing, and you're going to go crazy doing that.
Facts. Facts. Yeah, man. And it's wild because even sometimes like there's lab videos that I have that I look back on, and sometimes like I remember being in that time looking at that video and going, yeah, this round trash. And
Mm-hmm.
then months later I look at it and I was like, hey, hold on. Hold on. That's kind of buck. Hold on. Let me rework that. Like, so I also feel like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people need to give their art a chance to like grow on them, because sometimes we
Mm.
already have this vision of what we want to look like, but like our body is telling us something different. Our
Mm-hmm.
mind and our body isn't like going hand in hand, and our body's moving a certain way, but we got all these like inspirational people that we look at and we want to be like them so bad and forget that our body is our own.
Oh.
And now we're trying to look like somebody else, and we're not appreciating what we're producing. So when we look at ourselves, we're like, man, I don't like that. I like the way this person is moving. I don't like this. Like, you got to
Mhm.
find appreciation for your own body. So now, like when I lab, if I look at a video and I don't like it, I'd be like, I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna look at it later, because I know
Mhm.
some buck shit is in there. I know some buck
Mhm.
shit is in there, and I have
Dude,
so many of those.
that is a bar, bro. That cause man, bro, you spoke straight to the soul, my man. Cause I mean, I'm Monster Beast. I do the whole monster style.
Right.
Shout out Rascal, all that. And thankfully to Rascal and thankfully to footage, I was able to see Cage 3 and see that demonstration of the
Tight.
style,
Right.
and that made me comfortable dancing the way that I dance. I
Mm.
wanted to look like Beast, I wanted to look like Spartan, I wanted to look like Concrete and Dread and all these guys, and I was just like, why don't I what am I not doing right that's not allowing me to look this way?
Right.
And there was like this weird like imposter syndrome when it's like, hey Corpse, you're doing good, like, they're fucking lying, they're just trying to
Right.
sabotage me. Like, like
Right.
they don't want me to go home and laugh, like, you motherfuckers.
Right.
And I just never grew this appreciation for myself. And again, like, asking every day, how was my round, how was my battle, how was this? And it's like, whoa dude, just slow down, appreciate this shit. And when I seen Rascal, I was like, yo, people are feeling this. It's different. It looks,
Right.
feels, everything different. I could be different too. It's all right. Like, it's all right to be different. And like,
Facts. Yeah.
Quenga was popping off too around the same time I started kind of coming on into my own style, and he's really abstract. Riot came back to Crump around the same time as I was coming in.
Yep.
And so these really different dudes, face paint and these contorted styles, like it made me be like, all right, this is cool. I'm good. I
Right.
I am
Right.
good. Let's get better now. Like,
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
oh yeah.
It only boils down to like just getting to know yourself more within any artistic like avenue. The more you know yourself and you know how you authentically express is the better you're going to get at that. If you're focused on
Mm,
other stuff and you're not validating yourself, you're not telling yourself like, "Oh, that shit was actually tight." Like if you're not finding appreciation for your own shit, you will never reach your fullest potential, like ever, because no one else can give you that other than
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
So, and I have Cecil, Virgo,
Yes.
final
Shout out
warning.
Cecil. Rookies.
Yep.
Rookies, baby.
Yeah, he's a huge example of that. Like, because when he first started, like he was all over the place, like with his style. And um what I mean is like he'll be crumping and then he'll do something that was way out of the ordinary. And like back then I knew that he was gonna be more on the abstract side. Like he was gonna have a different type of vibe to him. Like I knew, like, all right, you're definitely gonna be somebody who's different style wise. But we gotta get you on a mindset of actually knowing how to incorporate that, effectively. So you're not crumping and then you're doing something that is just like not in the right timing. And like
Mm.
back then, he used to like do stuff and then just like boom, flail. And I'd be like, bro, like you weren't on beat, like you didn't even like you just started getting live and you not even there yet. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and so to see him now, to see to see that nigga now,
Mm-hmm.
insane. Insane.
The last warning.
Man, bro.
That man's crazy, bro. Yeah, I've, especially when I was coming up, I made it a point to follow as many young crumpers, newer crumpers, or not well known. Like I made it a point because I was like, I want to go on this journey with them too,
Yep.
And he was definitely somebody I made sure to hit that follow fucking button on and be like, I want to watch, bro. And I mean, he's always commented on footy of mine or shared it, and so not only is there this like giving to the community and the support, so to see him receive from it and in his growth with dance, his relationship with you,
Yep.
to see him receive, bro, it's big for me, man. I like to see people have their efforts reciprocated, you know what I mean, and have it. I don't like to say rewarded, but like to
Uh-huh.
have something come fruitful of it is
Yeah.
big for me, man. That's huge. Oh
Yeah,
man,
man.
who's some of your favorite new crumpers right now?
Some of my favorite new crumpers right now. I don't think I have. I don't really have any. I haven't been in tune with online, situations that come with watching new people. Like, and I'm talking about real like new people. But I would say last year, 20 was that 2020, 2021, 2020, 2021. Um, some of my favorites. Um, Some of my favorites in general who people would consider rookies. Some people I don't consider rookies because they're just too fucking tight. Like to be, you know what I'm saying? Because then it makes real rookies like kind of look like, so what am
Yeah,
I? Like,
yeah.
I just started. Uh, but some of my favorite people, J Rex,
Oof, yes.
uh, Horace,
Ooh.
um, uh, why am I blanking on his name right now? Reflex Arc,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
from Mississippi. Um, Yo, there's this little dude in Detroit who's insane. I can't remember his name right now, but he's under Renegade. I think he's Baby Renegade, but he goes off. He goes off for sure, for sure. Demon.
Ooh,
Um,
demon time, demon
yeah,
time.
Demon
Man.
is Demon is tight, man. That dude buck. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let me see who else. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna just stop right there. Of course, people like Davi,
Mm-hmm.
Princess Moody Rex. I think she's rowdy now. Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Schoolyard from Boston. That little dude
Okay.
is buck. Uh, yeah, man. I got some favorites from like last year, 2021, 2020. But as of right now, mm, I don't know. Sometimes I have to take a break from watching Crump footage because it starts to like look uh everything starts to look the same. Not style wise, but just like presentation wise and just like it looks like I'm experiencing the same thing over and over. It's like I'm on a like 25th season of Criminal Minds.
Oh my god. Dude, and I mean, I'm a saint, but I had a lot of conversations with Sherwin about Crump, and like I was really bored, bro. I was just so bored with it. Like you're saying, like I can't even fucking watch this shit. It looks the same. It's
Yeah.
watered down. Like these are all B-list motherfuckers. Like this is all like the sidekicks got together and made a movie. Like, what the fuck, bruh? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you guys doing, bruh? Like, it literally looks the same, and then you have these weird little gimmicks behind your fucking names and your battle, and like
Yeah.
y'all are saying wild shit to each other now. And now it's like, just because certain people ain't showing up to the sessions, they're still active, you know, and they're still on,
Right.
you know, the forums or whatever. So it's like now you're creating this hysteria amongst people because you're trying to promote your half-assed battle that you
Right.
probably wouldn't have ever got if things hadn't been so wild with COVID. Like, let's just be
Facts.
honest, you know.
I think
Um,
I think it's just that a lot of people don't take the style as serious as it was once taken. Like when it comes to like working on your craft and perfecting it, like people not really labbing training like that. Like they're getting together, freestyling a lot, and then they go and battle and then they freestyle some more. You know?
yeah.
And they talk shit and they try and get themselves riled up because they feel like that's going to bring the best out of them. And you know what I'm saying? It just that's why it always looks the same. Is there used to be like this exclusivity with the way people would come prepared with battles. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at all old battle footage, you know somebody always had some hot shit like in their back pocket ready,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And nowadays it's just like people just freestyling it. They just out on a whim. Like I'm gonna wing it every single
Mm-hmm.
time. I'm gonna wing it. Like I don't got no lab material. I don't got no lab concepts, no lab stories, no lab nothing. I just got my freestyle. That's it.
Hopes and dreams, dude.
Hopes and dreams, man. Just fucking spraying and praying. Like like man, and I think that's the main reason why I'm not like when I look at footage nowadays, I don't enjoy it too much. Like there's only certain people who I look at and then I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, like I'll watch this or ooh, I want to see this. But for the most part, it's just like, man, I don't really care to watch it. And I think Beast is a super great example because like every time you see him dance, you see something different. Like
Mm-hmm.
you could tell he's working on himself and his
Mm-hmm.
craft and like what he's bringing to the table. Like everybody not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people still look the same,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
100%, dude.
Some people still look the same and it's just like, all right, man, like we low key want to see something different, you know? Like anytime soon.
Yeah.
Anytime soon, hit the lab and come with something different.
Dude, all
And
last year, Sherwin battled as striker, and people did not pick that up. It's like you were seeing a different
yep,
style of his that you're not used to. That's why he's not
exactly.
getting the million reshares, you know?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He was going, bro. He's been going insane for years. For years, bro. Like, I remember I wasn't even in Kansas City, but I remember being in Minnesota, seeing that he was in Kansas City, battling damn near everybody in Kansas City.
Yep.
You know, and I was just like, damn, man, this nigga going at it. I remember, you know, when I first became my Eyez and being in Kansas City. I think it was at Tyrell's event, Beast Mode. I won the tournament. I battled Quenga. This is the next day, like, and I'm off of a back injury. Like, I'm doing all of this through back injury, and it was like mild, but you know, like adrenaline hits you, you don't really feel it. You wake up the next day and you're like, all right, I
I
need to
feel
chill.
it.
Yeah, like I need to chill. And so this day was it was his workshop or whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna still go to the workshop though. I'm not gonna use this, you know, I'm not gonna use this as an excuse, not show up. I'm still gonna be in this thing. And so go through the whole class, everything, bro. I'm outside chilling after the class, man. I'm like, all right, cool. I get to wind down, like let my back heal. Da 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 da. Beast come out. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to battle you. And I was like, what? And he was like, is it a problem? Like, are you good? And like, I already knew what it was on, so respectfully, I had to just be like, yeah, man. All right, let's get it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Yeah, you know, like the will that this man, you just got done teaching, man. You're not trying to chill. You're not hungry, like. You just want to battle me like right away, bro? Damn, like you know I'm gonna be in Cali, you know, sometime soon, right? Like, why not
Yeah.
just he had to get
Gotta
it
be this
right
weekend?
there.
Like, you sure
Bro,
this one?
yeah, like you sure, bro? Like I gotta drive like 6-7 hours back home, bro. You sure?
No mercy.
None at all, man. But yeah, I just think that, and it is too, like, this whole social media and like having the access to internet and like through our phones, through everything, like it's so easy to like, and then put that shit online. Like it's easy to record
Yeah.
and then boom, that shit is online. And I feel like a lot of people just sometimes you just need to, you know what I'm saying? Just put your phone down, experience it. Don't put it online. Don't nobody need to see that. And
Yeah.
just wait for some wait until some shit is exclusive, you know?
Mhm.
And then really put that shit out there. But don't nobody want to see you out here with your socks off. You know what I'm saying? Battling somebody. I just watched a battle not too long ago, and shouts out to the bros, uh, Relic and Ghoul. But this was the funniest battle I have ever seen in my fucking life. The funniest battle. Ghoul is literally getting off on Relic, and like they're in this like it's low key a weird spot to like dance in because there's a grill in the center of what they're doing. Like there's like a fire pit, and
Yeah. Fire
then so
hazard.
they're dancing around this fire pit. Ghoul picks up the fire pit rack and like does some shit. I'm like, bro, they had to be high, bro. They had to be high because this was the most ridiculous battle I've ever seen. Whoever was live, like, you ain't shit. I would have turned that off, bro. Like, what is going on? I'm ending this live, bro. It was the most, bro. That was the most ridiculous battle I've ever seen in my life. That
I've
shit
been
is
thinking
crazy.
about that, man. Like some of these footies and shit getting posted. I'm like, man, somebody really looked at this clip and said, "Yeah, that's the one."
Yeah, I'm gonna put this up. The world's got to see it. Like, no,
All the hashtags, everything. No, no, bro, it's not. It's not the one. It's not the one.
man, it's not at all. And it's like you're giving people space to see you more at your worst than at your best. Because, like,
Yeah.
imagine think about all of the possible rounds you've ever done in your life, right? And
Mhm.
then compare them and split them in half, the good rounds and the bad rounds.
Mhm.
If your bad rounds are overweighing your good rounds, but you have majority of your footage online, you're literally showing people that you're not ready.
Yeah.
You're showing
Yes.
people that you're not ready. Because I know people are always talking about like, oh, like I don't never get booked for a battle. Well, majority of what we see online is trash. So
Yes. hundred
it's
percent.
not quality. So why would somebody book you when you know you should be taking the greatest clips that you have, similar to when you're putting a resume together or a bio together,
Mhm.
like you don't say like I performed at this high school when I was in high school. Like, don't nobody want to see that shit on your resume. Don't nobody give a fuck. Don't nobody give a fuck about the small shit. Like, what's the good shit you've done? Like that's the shit people should be putting online. Like when something is of a great magnitude, that's what you should be putting online. Now it's different because like you see people like Bruiser post often. You see people like Beast post often, right? When Spartan was at its prime, you saw these people post often, and I feel like everyone who wasn't at that level felt like, oh, I just need to post more frequently, and then people are gonna see me. No, 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 no,
Mhm.
no, 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 no. A lot of the shit that they're ditching out is dope. That's why.
Fire.
That's why it's coming out often. It's content, right?
Mhm.
Like if your shit's not hot, like first and foremost, you got to be honest with yourself. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, this ain't my best. I'm not gonna put this out. I got plenty of those.
Mhm.
I got plenty of those. I went through a season for like 2 years battling everybody in my state. 2 years long. 2, 3 times. It don't matter how many times I battled them again. Each of those clips are like 20 minutes of us battling. Each of those.
Mhm.
I have hours of footage of me battling, but I didn't record it to be like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I recorded it to be like, all right, let me peep this. All right, let me see where I can improve. All right, let's see where they can improve. All right, let's see what's going.
Yeah.
Not to post and be like, hey guys, I'm battling. I'm still here. I just want everybody to know, like, I'm still relevant. Like,
Hmm.
I'm still a crumper. Nah, a lot of people need to take time and like really look at their footage and be like, nah, I'm not gonna post this.
Yeah, dude. And I think I think that even goes into that whole exclusivity. Like, I think people are really starting to lose why the session is what it is. It's for you to not only, yes, this camaraderie and all these things, but for somebody who's disciplining themselves in this craft, it's like this is your chance to be whack. This is a chance for you to, like a comedian, you're kind of working out this bit, you're trying to rough out
Right.
these punchlines and stuff,
Yep.
see what hits, see what doesn't hit. And if we know music, there's certain parts in this beat, maybe this is where this goes and this is where that one goes. Or you're
Right.
going through a style change, maybe you need to work out this style. Like myself, I needed to work it out in the session and come to what I could do in a battle because of these sessions I was doing. And that's where you build up all this footage, watch it, study it,
Exactly.
battles. You bring out your best shit, your best fucking 20 seconds that you got out of 2 hours worth of footage. Those 20
Right.
seconds, practice that shit. Practice that. Then
Exactly.
battle somebody with that and be like, this is what I have honed, and this is what I am. This is my elite versus your elite now. And I think
Yep.
they're losing that. They're losing that idea of that process of how your style goes through this processor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it could be people just not properly learning
Ooh.
the right way, or
Hmm.
it could be people being hard-headed and just not not being teachable.
True.
It's definitely layers to it. But I also feel like it's hindering the growth of our, the style, as far as um just as far as it being, what's the word that I'm looking for? Just as far as it being put out, like as it's being put out on the internet for people to see, like it's not being it's not you don't see the greatest shit. Like if you look at all the old battles, see the amount of views that's on those, and then you look at Crump views now, huge difference.
Huge.
Like there used to be like 50K, 100K on old battle footage, and now like you'd be lucky to get to like 20K.
Yeah.
And that's even with like some elite people,
Yeah.
only reaching 20K. And that's because as far as content goes with Crump online is too saturated. Like,
Hmm.
and if it's too much bad stuff that people are experiencing, the next time they see something Crump, they're gonna shy away from it because everything else that they seen was not
Not
quality.
good.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so if they come up to something that is quality, they probably gonna pass it. Especially if they don't know who it is, they just gonna,
Hmm.
I don't really want to see that.
Hmm.
I've seen a lot of Crump and it was not good. You know,
Yeah. Hmm.
I yeah, people got to calm down with the whole footage thing and just like, man, throw something out when it's some hot shit, when you got some real buck shit. Like that's when you
Hmm.
need to be throwing it out, not these like interesting videos of you just like, you know, you're not even all
Yeah.
the way confident. It's just, yeah, man. I feel like the
Yeah.
love
There's
for the art is just like it's not as wholesome.
I was about to say, I think there's a part of the artistic side. I just think that people got to understand, like, art isn't just about displaying what you do. It's art piece makes you feel something. It's supposed
Yeah.
to make you, encourage you to do something, or like it's supposed to get you going some way, some fashion. And there's plenty of footage I've seen where it's cool. Like, yeah, you did this little shoe trick or this hat trick, you caught it,
Yep.
like it's cool, but there's no, like, it's not captivating to me, bro. And why would you, especially in today's era? Yeah, your Instagram is your fucking job resume for
Right.
people trying to get into these certain jobs, man. And it's like,
Your
Why would
Instagram
you?
full of shit.
Yeah, with a whole page full of you smoking, calling out your baby mama, and then the fucking half-baked ass fucking clips you're posting, bro. Why would you do
Yeah,
this to yourself? Like, be smart, man. Be
yeah.
smart.
And it's wild too because Lo hit me up not too long ago. Solo, shout out to him.
Shout out my big bro Solo. Love you.
Man, that's the bro. Uh, but Instagram started paying people for doing Instagram reels,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Yo, bro, like you got to get on it." And uh, like imagine the amount of crumpers who put footage out all the time. Imagine the amount of crumpers that could have got paid for quality reels.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And
100%.
knowing where the people in our culture come from, like the majority, and the types of communities we grow up in, the areas we grow up in, the struggles we go through, all super similar.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been dope to see a lot of people eat off that,
Yeah.
but their mentalities are shifted in a way that's not like allowing them to prosper in a way that they really could be. Like they caught up in something else, and it's layers to that too. I'm smacking on these fruities.
Oh, go ahead, baby.
Yeah, these joints is fire. Like 3 days ago, this was filled all the way to the top.
Oh, you've been going through them.
Hundreds of them a day, bro. I've been smacking on hundreds. I'm definitely about to have. I've never had a cavity before. Definitely, probably gonna have a cavity soon.
Oh, for
Definitely.
sure, dude.
These
Seeing
shits
that
smacking.
jug, that thing was like a small ice cream cup.
These things is smacking.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it would have been dope to see people eat off that, man. And I didn't really go in on like, all right, I'm gonna start putting up Instagram reels. Because I didn't have anything quality that I wanted to drop. I was like, well, I'm gonna miss out on this because I don't have nothing. And creating content right now, like I'm already creating content with gaming, so like too much. I'm gonna just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got it. And so that's why you gotta support people like Rex.
Mm-hmm.
Because he knows about it. And that's why he started posting a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
He just got a Facebook page. He's trying to get to 1,000, I believe. For the similar reason. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make money online. Making money online is like it's a go-to for me. Like once 2020 hit, I was like, oh hell no. Like I'm really finna try and make some shit online. Cause
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If we get hit with some shit like that again, which we went through for like more than a year.
Yeah.
Not cutting it, but we gotta support people like that. People like Antics, doing a real crump,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Like shit like
Shout out
that.
Antics
Hella
for
dope.
that.
Yeah, shout out. That shit tight. That shit super tight. That's content.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I mean. Like people who take their artistry serious, bro. Like and really put out dope shit. Not to just be throwing shit out there and being like, hey, look, guys, I dance. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, like really take into account like what should I put out? How can I put it out? What should it look like? Is it gonna be for my Boost mobile camera, or am I gonna use an iPhone camera, or am I gonna use this this Canon Mark IV? Like, what am I gonna use to make the quality really good? It's just a lot, that goes into it, and I feel like we could really, and that's why like a lot of people look at Eyez right now and they're like, man, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
They're making money from online content.
Dumb money. They're making dumb money.
They're making money from online content. You can't be mad at nobody for doing that, man, because it's a it's something that we're capable of doing now. Why not? Why would you not do that? You're already on social media posting. Why
You're already
not
on
take?
TikTok.
You're already on TikTok. You're already on Twitter. Why not just take it to the next step and make content? Like, why not? Especially as Black creators, because it's so many Black creators that could really be making money off this, but like at the same time, it's hard because of obvious reasons. And just in general, street people, some street people is, bro, like we could be making so much money online, man. Kudos to everybody who.
Let me fuck with you, because I had a discussion about this, and me and my buddy got into it, and we got deep into this debate, and it was like, there's people like Tyler Perry creating, Black Hollywood, which, it sounds wild when you first hear that, like, whoa, why do we got to start throwing race into this? It's like, whoa,
Right.
wait. Let's not be dumb that Hollywood has been dominated by Caucasians,
Facts.
and since the dawn of time. Let's just be real. Let's fucking cut it real, right?
Yep.
So why not create a space where, first of the line is people who look like each other, right? Black, white, yellow, red, or green, I don't give a fuck, right? Tyler Perry's doing that now with Black Hollywood. So why wouldn't we create a space inside of a space, right? So you already have Twitter. Bro, I promote on Twitter ads, all my marketers, and you can't even pull up keyword search functions for Krump on Twitter. So that tells me that there's no Krumpers on Twitter.
Yeah, nah.
So they're all talking about Instagram and
I
Facebook.
just got back on Twitter.
Bro, Beast just got on there, and I'm telling him, like, dude, rape the fuck out of this platform, because there's nobody. Like, you can make your mark. Like, imagine, and I think it's this weird, me and Proof talked about it, and a couple guys talk about it, like, this crabs in the bucket mentality that Krump has. And a lot of other art spaces too, where it's like they're fighting for the Instagram reel, they're fighting for this. It's like, bro, listen, fam, there's this thing called Twitter. There's this platform, there's that platform, and this one. Like, yeah, these might be like your big five, but dude, you could be number one on the 6th or the 7th or the 8th, dude, and be making the 100K a year that you want to make. Like,
right.
What's wrong with $99,000? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's still good. That's a lot of fucking money, man. Like,
yeah,
damn,
exactly.
no matter where you live. So to me, it's like, I'm thinking, like, and for you, like how you were saying, like, dude, my podcast I do off my phone, right? I like, especially like when I'm doing remote.
Right.
But I did it off my phone, dude, even in person. But then I bought, an audio jack and 2 mics. And then I bought 2 more mics. And then I bought, the sound spot, like all the boards and all this. And then I bought lights. And then it's like, guys, I feel like they wait to start until they have all that together.
Yeah, nah.
I sympathize with that. You want to put out the best shit, but dude, it's better to start.
Yeah.
And keep that in your heart, though. Like,
it's people who blew up with not a lot. It's people who got like, horrible shit. But the content is really good. The content is really good, but the quality is like, it's not that good, but they still blow up. And like the dude, the dude who he turns, he's like, boy, if you don't get, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that became a meme. That's like a staple now when you're making memes, But yeah, man, like even with my streaming shit, like I didn't have a lot. I was streaming on a PS4, and got an Elgato card, a weak ass webcam, like, and just did the shit, a USB microphone, and just did it. You know what I'm saying? And now I have a dual like PC setup and like better quality. I got a key light now and shit, like, and I had to build up to that, but it's definitely important to just like work with what you got. You know what I'm saying? And just make sure that whatever you're ditching out is good content. And people are appreciated regardless, especially online. Shit, yeah, bro. But I definitely feel like there needs to be one, there definitely needs to be a space where, you know, everybody is throwing out content and supporting it. You know what I'm saying? And like the whole crabs in a barrel like mentality, like I received a grant, and from that grant we got to take these financial classes and whatnot. And I remember in one of the classes, the woman was talking about how artists um artists and the myth of scarcity, and
Mm-hmm.
how everyone thinks there isn't enough room,
Mm-hmm.
like for everybody. There isn't enough room for everybody to make it. There isn't enough room for, you know, us to be doing the same thing at the same time and for us both to make it. Like, and just how big of a myth it is, you know what I mean? And if you go all the way back to like, you know, hip hop in the early 70s, you know, DJ Cool Herc time frame type shit,
Mm-hmm.
before like everybody was really out here in the commercial industry doing stuff. Like there were so many of them that like there were so many of them that could have made hip hop even better than what it is today. And I feel like they allowed a lot of non-black people to just take ownership through finances, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
they were giving advances. And that financial that financial contract was like giving them power to control shit. And just imagine if everybody would have just, you know what I'm saying, if we would have been more exclusive, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and built it up on our own, you know, on our own shit. And I know it was also tough too, because like, you know, everybody where they was coming from, like they already didn't have the money like that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like people was making speakers out of whatever they could find at that time.
Mm-hmm.
um but it just makes me think like, man, like, and it's also just systematically the way the world has been set up for, you know, certain people, certain races. It's just like, you know, white folks always been ahead financially,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like for years. And so uh and so like that created this mindset of scarcity. Like it's not enough room for us. Only certain people can make it. And if everybody's great, everybody can make it, you know.
Yeah.
There's an avenue for everybody, and there's a way to make money for everybody. There's tons of dollars on this earth to be,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, distributed. And it's like on a bigger scale, it's going like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I buy something at the store, right, and it goes into
Mm-hmm.
that cash register, that dollar is going somewhere else. It might
Mm-hmm.
not wrap all the way around and get back to me, but that's not, the dollar doesn't disappear out of this world. That dollar is still somewhere in this world,
Yep.
you know? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody can make it. Everybody could, you know what I'm saying? Everybody could eat.
Dude, they're
Everybody can
printing
eat.
money in this bitch. They're
Yeah,
printing the fucking money.
exactly. I'm trying
And
to get on.
my
I'm trying to get on my what's that show called? Hostage. Or no, not Hostage. Um, fuck, fuck. All the people in the red suits and shit on Netflix. Um, they're
Squid
robbing.
Games?
No, not that one. Damn, they got red suits on too. Fuck. Nah, it's this dude named the Professor. On the show, and they're like robbing these like super big banks in Spain.
Oh, okay.
And they literally walk into a bank, and they're not robbing it for the money that they have. They're robbing them for the printers that they have, and they're printing their own money.
Ooh.
That shit is super tight. It's super tight.
Now, bro, even thinking about it, because I listened to a KRS-One lecture, bro, and he
Mm,
talked about
which
Cool
one?
Herc. He was talking about like Cool Herc,
Was he like
Africa
at
Bambaataa, and
a
all them.
was he like at a was it like an older one? Was he at like a podium or something? Because
Yeah, he
I've
was
seen a
standing
lot of,
at a podium.
yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I know which one
Yeah,
you're talking
bro.
about. Yep.
Bro, I've watched that a few times, man. And, you know, me being Native American, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is going to sound crazy when I say this, but I need to preface it with this. Is I am used to tribal nature, right? Certain groups of people working with certain groups of people, and that being perfectly fucking fine.
Right.
And so when you get into like this Malcolm X idea where he was like, segregation is the way. You need to have separate communities within these communities of people working together within cooperation. Then we come together on a bigger scale to meet and talk within cooperation. That goes to a bigger scale to talk within, but groups
Right.
speaking for groups of people who look, act, talk, walk, and live like them. And so, again, like even back then, bro, yeah, I wish it's like, why was there not like a black owned music label when this shit was happening? Like when they figured out the little switch, why was this not? Why didn't somebody say, hold on, let's slow the fuck down and let's figure out how to protect ourselves?
That money looked nice, but wait a second.
Yeah.
Ownership though. That money looked nice,
Ownership.
but hold on. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. That beats me, bro. Beats me. I don't know why somebody didn't just like think about. And of course, too, some people were probably like, we didn't know how big this was gonna be, because a lot of them were young. Makes
Yeah.
sense. The same thing happened with Crump, and
Yeah.
Rise. And it's just like they didn't know that it was gonna be that big of a thing,
Mm-hmm.
as big as it is now. But it's just super unfortunate that like we haven't learned that lesson yet. To just like, hold on, you said you had money. Oh, okay, that's nice, but
Yeah. But
right. But what do you really want? Like,
yeah.
you're trying to give me this, but what do you really want?
Yeah. Per your last email, this said something different than what this one is saying right now. So
Facts.
we need to litigate this.
Facts.
Yeah, man, and I mean, hearing that might sound fucking crazy to some people, but when you've dealt in certain industries or communities, or you've seen the lives of certain people like Ches, Prissy, Slayer, all these people, Miho, be affected by contracts, like they're young people coming from bad fucking communities and a contract that they signed just to fucking make ends meet for their mom or for their sisters or
Yeah,
whoever the
facts.
fuck, they little did you know you signed away. Like that was what something that KRS once said in that lecture was powerful, was like you're selling a piece of your soul because it's your music or it's your dance or it's your
Mm-hmm.
art. It is a piece of your soul. So when they say you're selling your soul, yeah, every time you sign that contract, every time you cash that fucking check, dude, a piece of your soul is also coming in exchange of this.
Right.
And so like money's plentiful, like you were saying too, like the abundance is everywhere. Like I literally posted a reel on
Everywhere.
Instagram about that. Like life's abundant, be abundant, dude. Like you don't have to
Facts.
be scarce, bro. Like you have talents, use them. Maybe you're willing, maybe you don't have any hardcore talents, right? And that's fine. But you were born with some kind of skill. Maybe you work
Definitely.
well with
Yep.
your hands. Maybe you see better than others. Maybe you can read faster than others. Figure out a way to fucking monetize that, bro. There's people who
Facts.
need reading lessons. There's people who need help, building a door frame or clearing the fucking pipes in the shitter. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Use your talents.
Right, man. It's
And
super.
dude, speaking of that, bro, fucking you're starting to fucking have you're starting to have one of your own talents now come to a bigger fruition, which with your gaming, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hadn't been doing it for the longest. I actually stopped gaming. Um, Xbox 360.
Oh,
Like
okay.
when it came out, I had never, first and foremost, I've never bought an actual system until I got this PS4 Pro. First time I've ever bought
Yo.
like a actual gaming system. I stopped. There's on some fuck shit. My dad took our gaming system and sold it at a pawn shop
Oh.
because he needed money. And even before that, like growing up, like we were always told to get off of the game because it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't gonna, it wasn't gonna do nothing for us. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
which is wild because 2020, I found out, oh, there's people streaming video games. Oh, they're making thousands of dollars. Oh, so I could have been doing this still? Like,
Yep. Yep.
like
Yep.
what, man?
Thousands of
Fuck,
dollars, man.
bro. Like, it's just it's wild because I feel like parents from my generation had no idea how big the internet was actually going to be. They had
Hmm.
no idea that making money on the internet was actually going to be a thing, like
Yeah.
to the magnitude that it is right now. But yeah, man, I decided to, like, at first it was just, I had my niece over staying with us for a while, and it was just me and Jamie. We don't got much for like a teenager to do here. So I was like, I'm gonna get a game system because I'm gonna be going out of town. I'm gonna get a game system so she could play. Sisu had brought over his system one day, and he pulled out Warzone and he started playing. And I was always a fan of first person shooters, always.
Hmm.
And Call of Duty, when I had the Xbox 360, Call of Duty was one of the main titles that I played. I was just like, I was in
Hmm.
love with Call of Duty. And so he brought Warzone, and I saw stuff online about it. And I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Like, it's a online, like you're online with people, So I was like, man, that's dope. Cause like I come from like 007, you know what I'm saying? On a
Oh
Nintendo
yeah.
64 type shit.
Hmm.
And so he brought his game over and I played like one game. And I was like, yeah, bro, I gotta get this. Like, I got to. And so I just started playing, and then um I think I have a friend named Ty who also streams on Twitch. And we just started talking, and he was talking about how he was gonna stream, and then I was like, and then they asked me like, Herb, you think you would ever stream? And I was like, man, I don't know. And then shit, bro, I said fuck it and started streaming. I was like,
There
you
you
know
go.
what? Like, I love playing this game. I'm playing it a lot. I
Yep.
might as well stream. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, I might as well I might as well try and start to build as a content creator with it. Um, and for the longest, I wasn't building no content. I was just playing and streaming, playing and streaming. It wasn't until like right about I want to say like this past summer where I really started to focus and be like, all right, let me try and I really want to focus on building content around gaming. And then I ended up getting a dual PC setup. Shout out to Solo because he the reason why I ended up getting a dual PC setup. He brought his laptop to the uprising and he was playing COD on his laptop, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And that changed my whole life. I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to get a laptop." So
Sheesh.
I got an Alienware laptop or whatever. Um so now when I travel, I don't got to take this big ass jet. Uh Bro, this PS4, bro, is loud as shit, man. I don't know why. I don't know why they built the system the way that it is. Like the venting, like the actual fucking fans are covered
Yeah.
by the top of the PlayStation. So like there's no air like being pushed out, so it gets hot as fuck. It sounds loud. It sounds like the whole fucking house is about to just lift off and go somewhere. Um, but yeah, man, shouts out to him because once I got this dual PC set up, then I was really like, okay, now I'm about to be efficient. And yeah, man, start taking my gaming a little bit more serious, even though it's a turn that I felt like people would look at and be like, gaming, like, bro, you dance, like you're good at dance. Like, I've never been the person to accept being put in a box, hence why I've
Hmm.
learned ballet, jazz. Um, I when it comes to street styles, breaking, popping, locking, hip hop, house, like I learned everything because I didn't like being boxed. I didn't like the feeling of only being able to do one thing because I felt like that was me limiting myself as an artist,
Mm.
and I want to be able to express in whatever way I want to and however I want to. So if I'm feeling a type of way and I want to write a song, I want to be able to do that. If I'm feeling a type of way, I want to paint something, I want to do that. If I'm feeling some type of way and I want to get off, I want to do that.
100%.
And uh yeah, I just decided like, man, I'm about to try and go hard on this game and shit. Especially as a black creator, like there aren't many. And the ones that, are big. Um the biggest black creator is like as far as Call of Duty content, because there's also some others who do stream like horror games and whatnot. But within Call of Duty, one of the main people that people think of is Swag, right?
Mm-hmm.
And uh, then his homie Jay Smooth, who's also in phase, and then there's a handful of others, but beyond that, like you don't really see too many, black people online gaming. And I believe, there's definitely layers to it, financial layers, um, priority layers. Like, there's a lot of layers to it. But I definitely believe it's because, like, growing up culturally, like, parents used to always be like, get your ass off the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go do something. That ain't gonna make you no money. That ain't gonna make
Mm-hmm.
you no money. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to focus on school. You need
Yeah.
to go do the dishes. God damn it. Take the trash
Yeah.
out. Like, damn, man.
You don't be in this
And then,
damn house, you might as well clean.
but it just had me thinking, like, how good at Call of Duty would I have actually been if I would have just stuck around and just kept playing. Because I gave up on it and was just like, you know what? Fuck it. This Xbox 360 fit to just sit here and I'm done playing.
That's dope though, bro, that you found your way back to it, man. That's
Yeah, man. I'm
because
excited
you
to
did
be
a
back to it.
competition recently too, didn't you?
Yeah, we've done a couple. We've done a couple on Z League, like a couple tournaments. And then right now I'm doing the phase 1 competition.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to get into the phase clan. And right now, like, my goal isn't to win. My goal is to get my foot into the gaming community's door, because,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm a dancer, and a lot of the people that come to my stream and see it are other dancers who know me. It's other people who know me. And I'm trying to get into the gaming community so I have more gamers, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
coming into the stream, because that, looking from a business standpoint, that is my target audience, I'm excited and happy that people who I know support it and they come through, but my target audience is more gamers, because that's where that is going to be more effective, you know
Mm-hmm.
and me and Lo talk about it all the time, like, because he's streaming too now, and we're just trying to get another stream of revenue so we could, you know what I'm saying, come back to Crump, and do
Mm-hmm.
more. And it's just gonna continue to be this, like, back and forth of, you know, boom, I have this gaming situation, and then bow, I'm gonna bring this revenue over here and create something for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about, like, creating opportunities for people, because um, when it came to me going to art centers and stuff, like, I was given certain opportunities, and that's on the like more um technical side of, like, ballet and whatnot. But when it came to street styles, like, nobody really nobody really opened the door and said, hey, yo, like, I got you. I was
Yeah.
learning things as I went. And I think culturally, that's how a lot of people grow within the street styles. Like, a lot of people, start off on their own, or, like, with friends, and them and their friends, they're collectively doing it all on their own. They're growing together, trying to figure out the way, in the street
Mm-hmm.
culture. And you end up learning so much, and then you get burned out, and now you're not passing that information down because you're burned out. You done left. You're not even doing this shit no more.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a new generation of people who found love for what you used to do, and they have nobody guiding them,
Mm-hmm.
and now they got to relearn. And then, it's a cycle that, like, I've seen, and it's happened a lot. So, yeah, I talk. Me and Lo, we're always on the fence of, like, you know what I'm saying, improving the culture and expanding and opportunities for people and changing, the mindset. Like, everybody who crump don't you don't always have to battle,
Mm-hmm.
in order to be crumping. It doesn't have to be a battle. You could be doing a lot. I'm doing a Buckster Midwest, and um it's gonna be battles for sure because the Buckster was built on that. But 3 of the days before the actual Buckster event, I'm putting on a production.
Wow.
And it's gonna be well, the people that I hit up about it, some of them have already confirmed and sent signed contracts and whatnot. But Quenga, Davi, Lionheart, Medusa, Rowdy Moody Rex, Felicia, Lady Dead End.
Okay.
And we're gonna put together like a 50-minute piece to just perform for 3 days, and have people come out to see because there's an 7-star from Montreal, like me and him, we've been doing this work for a while. He's been doing a little longer than I have been, as far as like putting Krump in a theatrical space. But like, there's more for Krumpers to do. We don't always got to be battling, and we got to elevate the style in some way. And other people are finding those ways. Like if you live out in the California area, like of course it's easier to get into that more mainstream, you know what I mean, industry. But I'm in Minnesota, and we don't have a mainstream industry here, So I gotta sort of, instead of going to auditions, like most times I'm the person holding the auditions type shit, So yeah, man, just trying to expand Krump. And right now, like with gaming, and of course I'm just trying to elevate in general, and just have different routes that money is coming through, different streams of revenue. But like the gaming is something that I enjoy, and I'm always down for doing something that I enjoy, because I've never had a 9-to-5 job ever. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
Kudos to the people, that have had that. Like my girl, she was working, and she still is, but now she just a week ago went down to part-time because she was just like, you know what, I need to do something else. But it's been, Jay, are you down here? Damn, she's not down. It's been like probably 18, 15 years that she's been working at a nursing home. And she
God
started
damn.
off as a nurse, and then she ended up I want to say maybe like 7 years ago, no, like 8 years. She stopped being a nurse, and then she became like a staffer. And it's just consistently every single day, like get up at 7, gotta be there at like 8 a.m., leaving at like 4, sometimes 5 if shit is like busy. And kudos to people who, are really putting in the work to do that, because that takes a lot. Like that takes a lot out of a person. And yeah, I just never got into that. One, because I'm black. And I have been to some places. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I've been into a Foot Locker. Like, hey, where's the manager? I would like, application and apply. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit wasn't going right, and I was just one of them people that was just like, that's a sign. I'm done. I'm done. I'm really focused on, dance. And, thankfully, through the hard work and the work ethic and everything, like for the past decade, ever since I was out of high school, I've been surviving off of my dance financially, off of my arts. And that's been super dope. And so now I'm trying to take the gaming thing to that level, so that, while I'm enjoying gaming, because I do it anyways, and if I'm gonna do it, it'll be nice to get paid for it,
Might as well.
Mine as well. Mine as
Mhm.
well.
Dude, what's your gamer tag so everybody can follow you, man, who will ever watch this?
Just Herb on Facebook. It's Just Herb on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
My man.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, bro. I barely talking to people is what I like to do. I get high, bro. Obviously, if you can see it here, I get high,
Right.
drink a little bit. I love talking to people. And I remember I did a podcast with Sherwin, And I was kind of like just testing the waters with this whole thing. And he said, "Man, he's like, I think this is your purpose." And I had never had anyone say anything to me about anything I've ever done, right? Like on that level.
Right. On that
Like,
level,
yo, I
like
think
this is your purpose.
my purpose. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, big
That
homie,
make
what
you
you
think.
saying, bro? Like, like calm down, man. You got me tripping. Fucking. But it was like, okay, so I'm gonna try this out, and I remember making my first penny off of it, and I hope it feels as good as it did for me as it does for you, bro. When you get that first dollar gaming, bro,
No,
because
bro.
I see it. I can already see it for you.
I've gotten paid from Facebook already.
Wow, how'd that
Yeah, bro.
feel?
It felt real good. I showed my girl and all. I was like, "Hey, yo, check this out." I just show her the bank statement. Like, yo, look at this. Hey, look at it right here. Look at it right here.
Official, baby. We official out
I want
here.
to show my
God damn.
dad. That's what I want to show. Like, you motherfucker.
Oh man, dude,
But
my pops, man, God bless his soul, bro. But oh boy, he goes, "Well, I guess I was wrong, son." I was like, "Wrong about what?" And then, dude, he flipped the channel, and then they were talking about a fucking what is it, Viking Gaming or something? They had done a tournament, and like the cash prize was like $1 million.
oh fuck, bro.
I was like, dude, no. I was like, you are fucking kidding me. Like all the hours I spent playing Madden and all the hours like 2 a.m. I got a blanket over the TV so they can't see the light under the fucking thing. Like,
Right.
like trying to play my video game low key. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, it was so stupid, but
I didn't even know esports was a thing. Like, gaming is a sport.
yeah, esports. Esports. It became a thing.
And there are tournaments that are like giving away 100K cash prize pool,
Mm-hmm.
and you can place anywhere from first to 10th and still
And
get paid.
get paid. Yep.
What?
Yeah, that's a lot of cash they're giving away, dude. So they're racking a lot of dough.
Like, bro, imagine being a teenager, bro. Like when you actually had, like, I'm talking about the hardcore love for gaming, and like you
Mhm.
was really and you enter a competition, make 5K.
Yeah,
Imagine.
just 5K, dude. That's a
Even just,
lot.
yeah, imagine what?
Mm-hmm.
From gaming,
Mm-hmm.
gaming. Oh my god, bro.
I'm
It be
saying,
having,
man.
sometimes I'll be like, I get a little I get a little bitter thinking about it. Like, damn, man, like
Yeah, yeah.
it
Because I
really
don't
could have
game
been.
anymore at all. So.
Yeah, man. It's once I found out there was little kids out here making thousands of dollars from gaming, I was like, what the fuck? The fuck, man? It's
Uh,
just
Man, I'm
ridiculous,
telling you, I
bro.
might be just inspired to get a system myself, especially since I'm gonna be on the road for the next year, man. I might as well spend some time doing something to help make some money.
Hey, man, something.
Hmm.
Imagine streaming playing a Game Boy,
For real, a
like the
Game Boy
old school,
Advance.
bro. Oh my god, that would be so dope.
Bruh, we were just talking about that. Like, we were talking about like the new Pokemon game on the Switch. I was like, man, I haven't played video games so long. They're like, how long has it been? I was like, bro, I remember when a Game Boy Color was like, yo, you got a Game
Man,
Boy
was a
Color
shit.
in this bitch.
Hell yeah,
And then the Advance came out, and that was around the same time the GameCube came out, and it was like that to me was I was gaming playing this
yeah,
shit. Like now y'all got VR and online. Like this dude, like he in a whole other country and shit. Like this is wild as fuck. Like I
man.
mean, I knew I'd been known it was around, but now to see like you and I have another buddy who's been on the show who games too. And shout out Save One Gaming, my man. Fucking,
Tight,
you know,
tight.
he quit a whole job just so he could focus
Do that
strictly
full
on
time.
gaming. Yeah, and he was doing
That's
it
what's
full
up.
time, man.
Yeah,
And
that's what's up.
and that, yeah, bro, that makes me happy, bro. And before we go ahead and close out, man, I want to wish you the fucking absolute best with all, not only all your other creative endeavors, dude, but this new one that you found, you know, because it's like a newborn baby, you know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
facts.
So
Yeah, facts.
love that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I wish you the best on it, bro. Is there anything you would
I
want to sign
appreciate
off
it.
with, let the people know?
Well, first off, bro, Godspeed to you and your journey. You know what I'm saying? And
Thank you.
this whole podcast joint. And you know, even the work that you're doing right now, first and foremost, man, like safe travels all around, you know,
Thank you.
because you're doing a lot of traveling, and yeah, man, some shit could come with that.
Hmm.
A lot of difficult shit, especially in this time right now with, you know,
Hmm.
COVID and everything. And you know, kudos to you and everything that you're doing, man. For Crump, for yourself, for your family, all that, man. Keep up the great work. And then, you know, for anybody that's watching, you know, if you're passionate about something, one thing that I always say, you know, on my stream, and one thing that I'm, you know, dedicated to is self-love, you know,
Hmm.
and you know, just being yourself. Like, if you feel like you want to do something, do it. Don't look for any validation from nobody. Like, I didn't ask anybody, like, yo, should I stream? I didn't ask anybody. Somebody asked me, yo, are you going to stream? But,
Hmm.
you know, I didn't respond with should I? I was like, I didn't really think about it. Maybe, you know, like,
Yeah.
and if you find something and it resonates with you, and your heart and your soul is telling you, like, yeah, go for it. Like, don't be afraid to go for it. Fear holds us back so much from being successful at so many different things. And
Hmm.
when somebody tells you you're tight or you're dope, you know what I'm saying? Believe it.
Yeah.
You know, we like
100%.
to, you know, we like to believe that people are just lying. And sometimes, a lot of times, man, people are not lying at all. Like, and even if they are, take that shit.
Hmm.
Build your confidence, you know? But from my experience, you know, like when people told me, like, yeah, man, you got something, like, I didn't, you probably lying. Like, nah, I'm finna take that. I appreciate that. I'm about to do something, you know? Like,
Hmm.
believe the people around you when they tell you you good at something. Because you never know what'll come of it. And then you gotta believe in yourself, obviously, as well. Like, it's nice to hear it from people, but definitely believe in yourself, man. Self-love is important. Self-validation is important.
Mm.
Um, and we don't pay attention to that too much, man. So
Self love, people. Y'all hear that? Self love and self validation. It's all you need, my man. Herb, thank you, bro.
yeah,
Thank
for
you so
sure.
much.
Thanks for
Everybody's
having
been
me,
walking
bro.
the smoking section with us. Until next time.
Peace.